Arch Rivals Football, in collaboration with the Playmakers blog, presents Bearing Down the Gridiron, sponsored by NFLShop.com, Fanatics, and Points.com. Here are your hosts for the show, Alex, the Bearman Kazzaz, and Darnell, the Playmaker Sallins. Executively produced by Ricky, a.k.a. the Master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Kickoff starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all thought y'all was done with us already after yesterday? I don't think so. Because we gotta talk college football. Y'all know me. I am the host of this new show, Bearing Down the Girdiron, with my co-host down there in Texas, Mr. Bearman himself, Kazzaz.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Ready, honestly.
You ready? Because guess what?
In a time in life where so motivated than before.
Ooh.
When you become a full-time gamer, Darnell, you just want to take everything you're good at to that whole new level.
You're a full-time gamer again?
I am a full-time gamer for the first time in 10 years.
I was not told this.
How are you not told this? Because this is under your advice. Your advice, the advice of the press, a lot of other people that I know.
I feel hoodwinked. I feel bamboozled. Something's not right.
You're too humble, is that it? You're too humble.
Oh, I'm very humble. Everybody knows that. Yeah. Come on. There's a lot of people like me. But that's nothing here or there.
But,
the president's in the background producing the show right now, so he can see everything. Y'all just can't see him. So
I mean, I've got the best of everything. I've got the best Dallas Cowboys podcast, the best soccer podcast, the best video game podcast, and I'm the best gamer in the world.
That's probably the only time he's gonna reference John Cena this entire season.
We got a little bit of
check out our setup. Do you like the new setup?
Yeah, look at that.
Look, that's what the press been doing. That's all the press, okay?
Because he's an artist.
Lars is in the building. What's up, Lars?
See that? I tell people if you need somebody to do logos, graphics, whatever, there's one guy and one guy only in New York City. I tell them all the time, you're supposed to contact this guy, and I don't know why they don't do it.
I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to
I get it. They're probably
Underrated Darkness. Underrated Darkness is joining us.
He's his best friend. Of course, he's going to say, go with his best friend. I'm like, well, of course, I have my best friend's back. I've got Ricky's back, of course.
I mean, it is what it is. But all right.
Yeah, well, so does my alter ego, Ricky, so.
You stay in the background.
So college football is in the corner. Kind of seems like this went by quick, but you only know that offseason only by go quicker because time only flies faster.
What off season? What off season? Week 0 is this Saturday.
Yeah.
From this point forward, there will be college football played until January.
And then my alma mater also starts.
Exactly. But we will get to the week 0 slate later. First and foremost, the business is we got to talk the Power 5 conferences.
Damn right we do.
And you came up with the order, Batman, so it's only right for you to do the honors for the first one.
Well, might as well. So, and because we kind of live in we go the process called save the best for last. We're going to start with the Big 12.
The Big 12.
I'm burying the Big 12. I mean, let's be honest. Is the Big 12 really the muscle that it thinks it is?
I mean, let's look at it. Let's see. We got Brent Venables down in OU after being a defensive coordinator for how many years at Clemson? After Lincoln Riley took his talents to Southern California. We'll get to that a little later. Sunny Dykes. I think you want to take that one.
What do I gotta say about that? Exactly.
Sonny Dice is at TCU after coaching at SMU.
Yeah. He basically, the way the whole process went, he goes from one side of the Metroplex to the other. He goes from one team to another, and those teams are fierce rivals. I mean, are we talking about, we're talking about another heel turn. Well, heel turn for one side, but the face turn for the other.
You love the
But I guess you could say it's not personal, it's just business.
Right,
but TCU, they had to make the move because, Gary Patterson, the longtime head coach.
By the way, this is the final year of this current conference here.
Yeah.
Because after this season, Cincinnati, UCF, Houston, and BYU will be joining the Big 12 for the 2023 season. And then 2 years after that, OU and Texas make their move to the SEC.
Yeah, not so much of a good move. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, save it. You got time to save it and marinate on it. Baylor Bears are the reigning defending champions of the Big 12. So my question to you, Bearman.
Your question to me.
Who's winning the Big 12 this year?
Well, the question would be who wants it more than anybody, and I think we know that answer. The Longhorns obviously want it. Are they going to win it? I don't think so. I think you know where I'm going, don't you? The University of Oklahoma is going to want to prove a point. Because they're going to leave the Big 12 in the strongest fashion ever. And they want to go to the SEC with no fear. And the way to start it is to get the Big 12 title back.
So you're saying OU is coming to reclaim what is theirs?
Well, they proved it time and time, so it is rightfully theirs. I mean, they ruled the Big 12 with an iron fist. Even though God knows how long it went without a Big 12 championship. But we know the Big 12, the Big 12, Oklahoma were the big dogs.
If you're viewing on Facebook or on YouTube, please chime in on who you have winning each conference with us. Bearman's going OU, even with the new regime in OU and down in Ormond, Oklahoma.
Hey,
no.
I'm not placing no expectations on the Longhorns, all right?
I wouldn't even dare ask you about that. That would be torturing.
Okay. I mean, I'm more of a TCU guy anyway. I'm a TCU guy, so.
You know what? I'm going to do something that nobody will expect me to do.
I mean, we've been through this. I'm a TCU guy, Darnell. I grew up loving both UT and TCU, and now I just love the game. But TCU is basically TCU's in my backyard.
Neither one of the schools is winning the Big 12.
But I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about TCU, if I may.
Go ahead, because I ain't make my pick yet.
It was heartbreaking to see how things went with Gary Patterson. Because I've loved TCU football for a long time. And Gary Patterson had been there for so long and did a lot of great things with the program. A lot of players, went through his schemes and everything. A lot of success. And then all of a sudden, the season goes bad, and then Gary Patterson resigns, and we still kind of ask ourselves just what the hell happened. I mean, I think he said he resigned over personal reasons.
I mean, he resigned.
He resigned, and in these particular situations, all of a sudden, a team is struggling, and then the coach resigns, and we don't know what the hell's going on. There was something going on. All right, what happened, we'll probably never know. But TCU has a good coach. If TCU can get a much needed fresh start and kind of be back to what they were, that's the exciting part. But speaking of Gary Patterson, do you know where he is now? How ironic, too. He's with the Longhorns. And that was actually, it was spoken about. There was a strong possibility that he would be heading to the Texas Longhorn program. And now there he is.
Well.
Speaking of the Longhorns, they actually, the Texas Longhorns actually recently named their starting quarterback.
For some reason, I don't think that matters to me.
Doesn't matter to you.
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Neither team in Texas is going to win the Big 12. I could go Baylor, who is in Texas, but I'm going Oklahoma State. I think Mike Gundy finally gets that conference title he's been searching for. I don't know why. But
well, to get a better opinion, we need our friend Miss Misi, the diehard Oklahoma fan. She could give the best verdict on why her Sooners are going to win the Big 12.
I don't trust. That's the Big 12. He's going OU. I'm going OK State. We shall see. Moving on to the West Coast, to the Pac-12.
Well, as far as the Pac-12 goes, a little bit more competition there than the Big 12, wouldn't you say?
Lord, where do I begin? Oh, Lincoln Riley is the head coach at USC now.
And the quarterback of USC is Caleb Williams, the transfer from Oklahoma.
We got an Oklahoma system coming down to Cali. That should be fun to watch. That should be good. Hey, and then and that was just the beginning of USC making headlines because them and UCLA, the LA schools decided, hey, you know what? How about next year we go to the Big Ten?
It's really interesting. Yeah.
What? Y'all gonna lead the Pac-12, go to the Big Ten, and this is actually happening? Yep.
It's not the way I imagined it. The way I imagined it, if there was two California schools going to the Pac-12 schools going to the Big Ten, I figured it would be USC and California, the Golden Bears.
But it's the LA school, so that's gonna happen in 2024. Just call it what it was. Last year was a down year for the Pac-12, correct?
A bit.
I mean, Oregon was losing games they shouldn't have lost, getting blown out in some of them.
They had, I think the defense was their biggest problem, if I'm correct.
USC and UCLA wasn't living up to the hype that everybody thought they was going to live up to. Washington fell off. And who came out the ashes? The Utah Utes out of all teams to win the Pac-12.
Yeah, you were pretty. You were mesmerized by that because you had never anticipated it, but then again, who had?
Yeah, I ain't expect them to smack Oregon twice too. And then, I mean, when I say smack Oregon twice, they smacked Oregon twice. 2 consecutive beatings. And with one of them being in the
You are fighting the urge, Playmaker. You want to say they lay it to smack it down on them. That's what you wanted to say. I don't know why. You wanted to say it, you just couldn't get it.
That's because you must have figured I'm an Oregon Duck fan as more than a Gator, as well as a Gator fan. I didn't enjoy the smackdown of Utah versus Oregon.
Figured it out. You told me that a long time ago. I've known that.
I didn't enjoy this smackdown. I did. But it is what it is, and we'll be getting to Utah next week because they got a certain game down in a certain place down in Florida. But I'll say that for next week. By the way, I didn't get into it, but 4 Big 12 schools are ranked. And for the Pac-12, they have 3 teams ranked. Utah is one of them. Okay. So, all right, Mr. Bearman, who's taking the Pac-12 this year?
Not USC.
Okay. You taking the Trojans out?
All right. I think UCLA had a pretty good season last year, and they want to build on it. So I think UCLA is definitely in the front runner. They could definitely make a fight for it.
Oh.
I think UCLA might actually be it.
He is taking UCLA.
The Bruins.
You know, and I did this on purpose because you know what I did in my little spare time? I was looking at some of the things that what these media people were doing as who they picked to win these conferences. So let me give y'all the Big 12 real quick because they had Baylor taking it and with Oklahoma second and Oklahoma State third. So either you're gonna be right, I'm gonna be right, or the media's gonna be right.
Or the media's gonna be right.
You want to take UCLA for the Pac-12? I'm taking Oregon, damn it. And yes, that's me being biased. I'm taking Oregon. For the Pac-12 media, they have Utah at number 1, Oregon at number 2, USC at 3, and UCLA at 4. If UCLA wins this Pac-12, the Bearman is going to destroy everybody. Because he would be the only one who picked UCLA. You out on the limb there, buddy.
Yeah. You're damn right.
You out there on the limb. I must say, you definitely is out there on the limb.
Oh, I did my homework, didn't I?
I would give you that. Now, if the Master of Mayhem would be so kindly to switch that logo from the Pac-12 to the ACC.
And whoever's in the chat, guys, be sure to share this out.
Oh, share it out. Have fun with it. Comment, say whatever. Call us idiots if you want to.
Cowboy fans do that to me all the time, so it would be nothing new. And that was Cowboy fans. If anyone watching, I said what I said, and I stand by it.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but that.
All right.
We're at the college football
Atlanta
level.
Coast Conference, Bearman.
Mm-hmm.
It was a terrible year. I wish I had a Stone Cold Steve Austin what soundbite right now because I have so many adjectives right now. I want to say it and have somebody hit that what.
What? What?
They sucked last year.
What?
That was despicable.
What?
A disgrace.
What?
Should be ashamed.
What? There you go.
That was the ACC last year.
Miami kind of had a bad year, didn't they?
We had Wake Forest and Pitt in the ACC championship.
Well, that was nobody anticipated that. I mean, some people might, but me, yeah, there's no way.
What I'm saying is that no Clemson, no Miami, no Florida State, no Louisville. You know, the known players to be in this type of game was no factors.
No factors. None whatsoever, right?
I mean, they have 5 teams ranked in the preseason AP poll. By the way, the reigning defending champions is the Pitt Panthers, who was led by what's that guy name?
Wait, did you just say Pink? Did you just said Pink Panthers?
I said Pitt Panthers.
No,
I said
Pink,
Pitt
but I know
Panthers.
what you meant.
It said, trust me, when we play this back, it's going to say Pitt Panthers, not Pitt Panthers. Don't try that. Kenny Pickett was the leader of that team. He's still in Pittsburgh, by the way, but not for the Panthers, for the Steelers.
Yeah, he's just down the road.
So, the ACC media team has the Miami Hurricanes winning the coast. Oh, by the way, Bearman, you didn't know this, but I heard this. Shout out to Brian Snow and Coach Johnson for Snowman in the Morning, because when they brought this up, I didn't even know. This is the final year of divisions in the ACC.
Oh, is that right?
So after this year, there's no more Coastal Division or Atlantic Division. So who are the top 2 teams in the conferences will be playing for the ACC?
And that's it.
That's it. And right now they have the Miami Hurricanes winning the Coastal Division. And obviously you can probably guess who they got winning the Atlantic Division.
Clemson.
And you probably can guess who they picked to win the conference.
Clemson.
And you can probably guess who I'm picking to win the conference.
Clemson.
But once me and the media agree on something, Alex.
I'll look at that. Because I don't trust the media, but we don't have to get into that.
You might as well. Are you picking Clemson with us, or are you going field?
No, I'm going. Whatever happens, I'll believe it when I see it.
No, you going Clemson game. That's all I needed to know.
That's how you feel, then fine. But like I said, I'll believe it when I see it.
You don't trust anybody else in that damn conference but Clemson.
So I felt last year we saw how that went.
I mean, do you want to pick somebody else? I mean, you got.
I mean, Clemson's just still there, but again, we got to wait and see.
I'm putting you down for Clemson.
All right, then fine. Go ahead.
I'm putting you down. All right, we're gonna take a break because when we come back, we're gonna dive into the Big Ten and the SEC before we get into our one of our new segments of this season. So we'll be right back.
Pain Trade Pipe Bomb Productions is now partnered with NFLShop.com. NFLShop.com, which is brought to you by Fanatics, brings you amazing team items like game day jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, team banners, and more. Check out the link below for great, amazing everyday deals on NFLShop.com.
All right, welcome back for that. Shout out to NFLShop.com and Fanatics as sponsors for Bearing Down the Gridiron, official and licensed everything, ladies and gentlemen. So get your stuff with those guys. All right, Bear Man. We get into the real ones now. You ready? We talking Big Ten.
Yeah, the Big Ten.
We talking Big Ten. And did we have any news that came out of the Big Ten conference?
Yes, we did, as a matter of fact. And I've actually got it right now. This actually came out August 9th, earlier this month. And we spoke about news media rights agreements, didn't we, Playmaker?
We did bring up the media.
So the interesting part is that, the story, Big Ten, media rights agreement with Fox, CBS, and then NBC. But as we know, ESPN and Big Ten, they've been partners for football media rights since the early 1980s. So the fact that a long time partnership with ESPN is ending, I mean, it's like we've said before, instead of coming to an end one way or the other. As far as this agreement goes, I mean, I suppose it's how you say, nothing personal, it's just business. But check this out. According to ESPN, the Sports Business Journal first reported the outline of the Big Ten media's agreement and ESPN being out because, according to sources, ESPN rejected the Big Ten's final offer of a 7-year, $380 million agreement, which would have included the rights to fewer marquee games in the network's current agreement.
Yeesh. So
obviously, it comes down with, some would say simple disagreements. Some would say that this is definitely a fallout, but however you want to depict the situation, apparently a deal could be done, so that's where I have it at. But again, it's just business, right? But a partnership that goes back to the 80s and now it's you kind of have to ask yourself. I mean, they did business for a long time, then all of a sudden it's just like, now we just don't want to do this anymore.
Bernard, what's going on? Nice for you to join us. While you at the gym? All right. So they basically what you're saying to me, Bear Man, is that they traded ESPN for Fox, CBS, and NBC.
That's the looks of it.
Well, damn. But I be damn. You get rid of one network and you add in three. And you ain't just adding any three, adding three big ones at that. Well, 2023 is gonna be fun. And you already spoke about it earlier, but the LA schools coming to the Big Ten in 2024. So ain't nothing much to do on that one. Who won the Big Ten last year, Bear Man? I forgot.
Oh, that would be Michigan.
The Wolverine. Hold on, did you say Michigan?
Yeah.
You mean that team that is coached by Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah. The big story was Jim Harbaugh finally did what? Playmaker.
So you telling me they got past Ohio State?
Yeah.
They got past Ohio State didn't win the Big Ten last year?
Nope.
Was I leaving on a rock or something? Oh no, I enjoyed every minute of that ass whooping Michigan gave Ohio State up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, at the big house.
Of course, the game. We saw what we expected. We saw the players get into it, but that's Ohio State and Michigan for you in a nutshell.
You can't get into it with a team that's running the ball down your throat for almost goddamn 200 yards. Okay? They ran the ball down Ohio State's goddamn throat.
Yeah. And they did what had to be done.
So Jim Harbaugh.
So look at that, right? Ricky saying go Big Blue. All of a sudden, Ricky's getting the college football scene now.
Ricky don't even like anything in Michigan.
No, he's probably just I guess, deliberately trying to get on the nerves of the Buckeye fans.
So check this out. All right, so Michigan's the defending champions. Now, the media here has the prediction of both conferences, and guess what they have winning the East Division?
Who would that be?
That goddamn team in a goddamn horseshoe. Damn Buckeyes. Who's second? The team that actually won the Big Ten last year, the Michigan Wolverines, followed by the Penn State Nittany Lions, and to round out the top four would be the Michigan State Spartans. Let's go to the West Division. Who they have winning the West Division? Let's see. As we head over to the West, they have a tie. They have a tie coming. And it's between the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Wisconsin Badgers. Which is interesting. A tie.
A tie.
But somebody gotta win the West, though.
Somebody got to, yeah.
Can't have a tie.
Tie doesn't cut it.
But all in all, Bearman, who do you have winning the Big Ten?
Well, I know for a fact that there's no way that Ohio State's going to allow Michigan to win it again. If Ohio State wants to win it, they got to do something about it. And I think they will. So I think Ohio State's going to win it.
He's going Ohio State. Yeah. I don't want to go Ohio State. I don't want to go Ohio State. I love the fact Ohio State can lose. But I got to go Ohio State because they normally don't lose back-to-back seasons. So, yeah. By freaking
well, Bernard agrees with us. I mean, like I said, think about it.
Don't agree.
Do you really think that Ohio State's going to let Michigan win it again?
No. Isn't that game's in Ohio? That game's at the Horseshoe, so. But I hate it. I don't want Ohio State to win. I gotta do my job correct, even if I don't want to.
You don't want to.
I don't. And by the way, the schools that I mentioned of Ohio State, Michigan, I believe Penn State.
So I already have the feeling when we get to the SEC, I think I already know what I'm going to be hearing.
Oh boy. Might as well change that graphic now because that's the last conference left. It's the SEC. By the way, the best conference in football. Hate to say it, but it is what it is. The SEC. All right, let's see. Brian Kelly begins his LSU career. What you think about Brian Kelly and even Notre Dame? I thought all these years to go down to Louisiana.
Another business decision, right?
Ooh, you call it a business decision. What makes it a business decision?
Wants to, I would say, explore new challenges, new opportunities.
Okay, I can go with that. He did spend a decade at Notre Dame and didn't win the goddamn thing.
My opinion, business bullshit.
There you go.
Why I gotta be all that?
Because I can.
You don't even pay attention to college football.
I still do hear the rumblings. Sorry.
Damn, Bernard. That's how you feel about Brian Kelly? Jeez.
There you go.
Bernard
can deliver the final verdicts.
What's up with that Brian Kelly hate, man? What's going on here? He coached Notre Dame for 12 years. Y'all act like he coached them like 2 years and up and left. He did it for a decade.
Over a decade.
Okay, he could have waited after the season, but his team still having a shot being in the playoffs. But
how many times did he go to the playoffs?
Twice.
And kind of got destroyed both times.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but still, it's in the resume. He went to the playoffs, but so go to LSU. I mean, LSU, didn't they win the title recently, like 2 years ago, or
pretty much, yeah. Joe Cool and Jamar Chase.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Justin Jefferson. Just to throw some names.
And then LSU kind of went back to what they were before, right?
No, they went worse than what they were before.
Yeah. So it's no wonder Brian Kelly felt the need that he should go to LSU. It's no wonder.
And the other coaching news, Billy Napier is down in Gainesville, Florida. By the way, him and that coaching staff doing a hell of a job recruiting. I don't know what they doing, but they doing a hell of a job recruiting. Because now, before I turn around, I'm seeing 4 stars committing left and right. I'm like, God damn, what is going on down there? I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But they doing something Dan Muller didn't do.
If this teases the Florida Gators committing a hostile takeover of the SEC, then you know what? I am all for it.
No, not yet. Okay, Bernard classified. It is the way that he left. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Bernard delivers the verdicts, okay? That's why Bernard's part of the team.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because his team still have a chance at the playoffs, and you just say, you know what, I'm just gonna go down to LSU anyway.
Yeah.
Start over there.
He walked out.
Okay, I got it. But Billy Napier in Florida doing something great now. Here's my rule of thumb for y'all to know when it comes to coaching changes. That does go for Lincoln right over goddamn UCLA, Brent Venables, all these new coaches. I'm taking year one. It is what it is for me. So when Billy Napier, year one, it is what it is, okay? I'm not putting no expectations on it. I want to see what we look like. Then year 2, I might give a little expectation because now I seen what year 1 was, okay? Just the way I roll there.
Speaking of a verdict, Bernard's got another one. He's got them losing Utah in week 1.
Hey, man, we ain't get there yet. That's next week. Don't give out information already. You gotta wait. You gotta make the people wait. Yeah. I'm not saying what's gonna happen until next week.
But what's interesting in the SEC last year is that Georgia gets destroyed by Alabama in the SEC championship game.
But who won the national championship?
But who won the national championship? Georgia.
Them damn Bulldogs. If the receiver wouldn't have got hurt, Alabama was going to win that championship. And I'm sticking to it. Bryce Young ran out of receivers to throw to.
And Georgia took advantage of it. And Georgia lost quite a bit of players, didn't they, in the draft?
Ooh, I believe it was, 15, somewhere between 15 and 17?
Yeah. That's
damn near the whole defense.
Well, yeah, damn, yeah, there you go. And SEC, if you have no defense, then forget it. You're an outcast.
But you forgot who the coach is.
Yeah.
That would be Kirby Smart.
So Georgia's gonna be okay then? Is that it?
He was under Nick Saban for like 4 years.
Okay.
Okay. Why you think Georgia became what he is now?
So you think Georgia can still keep? So hey, if we're talking Georgia over Alabama, then I'm all for it.
Are you picking Georgia over Alabama? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not there yet. But we gotta talk about Alabama because didn't Nick Saban make a specific claim about how Alabama went last year? What did he claim exactly? Do you know? Because I know, but do you know that Alabama was doing what?
I was hoping not to get into this. I don't care. Yes, he said there was a rebuilding year for him.
Okay, how does the rebuilding team make it to a championship? To two of them, the SEC championship and the national championship.
He's Nick freaking Saban.
So I guess even in a rebuilding team, he's too damn good.
He's Nick freaking Saban. Hell, why does New England always find their way in the goddamn playoffs, no matter who's at quarterback? Because of freaking Bill Belichick. Now, who you think he's friends with? Nick Saban.
Of course. Well, there you go. You see, another fine verdict. 11 wins is rebuilding. No, it's not. Look, even if you Nick Saban, okay, so if you lose with the championship, it's okay. You're not going to win them all. Vince Lombardi didn't always win. Tom Landry didn't win, but that's pro football. But look, you lost in the national championship, and as you mentioned, Darnell, the wide receiver got hurt. It happens. And Alabama is going to want to kind of prove that, to make sure of it. If they can stay healthy, then I think Alabama could certainly win the SEC title and, definitely be in the championship again. I mean, Alabama is already probably predicted to make it to the championship again. And they always do.
Pretty much. They have slated both Alabama and Georgia winning 11 games. So you already know what they're saying was going to be the SEC championship game again.
A rematch.
And you know who the media is picking to win the SEC.
Yeah, don't we know?
So, Bearman, are you going with the media or are you saying no?
I have to.
He's got to, see? It's the Nick Saban effect.
I mean, like I said, is Alabama willing to lose twice in a row?
Hell no. I don't even remember last time they lost twice in a row.
Exactly.
And just for the record of, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it in my favorite person's way. Alabama!
And Burner's right. Yeah, they are. They are spoiled.
When you win all them they won a lot of damn championships, and they won a lot of goddamn games. So,
yeah,
they just win. All they do is win. They just win. So, recap real quick. Bearman's taking OU for the Big 12. I got OK State. He's taking UCLA to win the Pac-12. I'm taking Oregon. We both gonna go with Clemson because it's pretty much the same affair as it is with Alabama and SEC. And we both going Ohio State in the Big Ten. All right, we're gonna go to commercial break and we're gonna debut one of our new segments. Stay with us.
Paint Train Pipe Bomb Productions is now partnered with Points.com. Points.com is your online spot to earn points and rewards for using airlines like JetBlue, United, and Southwest Airlines, or even booking hotels and resorts with IHG rewards. big name hotels like Choice Hotels, Marriott Bonvoy, and Hilton Honors, just to name a few. Use points.com to book your next getaway today. Links are in the description below.
All right. We have one thing left to do, and we have changed the way we do it. We are going to a segment called Campus Tour.
Pain Train Pipe Bomb Productions is now partnered with Points.com. Points.com is your online spot to earn points and rewards for using.
So, look at that. Campus Tour. All right. And Bearman, the first game is not in the United States.
No, it's not.
You want to tell the people where the first game is at?
In Ireland.
That's right. He said Ireland. Northwestern and Nebraska are in Dublin, Ireland to play football. Is Laura still watching?
Northwestern and Nebraska in Ireland.
They are over the pond to play football.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea.
I mean, now if it was Notre Dame playing in Ireland, because we've seen that before, then I guess it would make sense. But Nebraska and Northwestern in Ireland.
Yeah, in Ireland.
How about that?
In Ireland. That's at 12:30 p.m. That will be showed on the Fox to get your college football appetite started, you know. Because, you know, I consider zero the appetizer, you know. Because we know when next week gets here, it's down to the business, okay? It's straight business.
Straight business.
Next week. This is just the appetizer. So we're going to go from Ireland. We're going to come back over to the States. And we're going to head to Big Ten country. We're going to head to Illinois as the Wyoming Cowboys from the Mountain West take on the Fighting Illini of Illinois. This is one of them games where you think of, can the Group of 5 team actually do it, Bearman? Can they do it? Can they walk in to a Power 5 conference and say, hey, we're going to beat you?
If they say that, they better do it.
I mean, it's Wyoming. Illinois hasn't been good in who knows how long. I don't even remember the last time Illinois had a good season. Does anybody know the last time Illinois had a good season?
Nope.
No answers. No, nobody. You get my point, right?
I get your point.
So that's something to look at. Next up on the docket, we going from Illinois and we heading down to Florida, Bearman. And we're not going to Gainesville. We're not going to Tallahassee. We're not even going to Miami.
Oh, is that right?
We're going to Florida Atlantic as they host Charlotte.
That's the word, Boca Raton. Speaking of Florida Atlantic, you know whose son actually just enrolled there?
Who?
Chris Jericho's son just enrolled there.
Wow. Chris Jericho signs at Florida Atlantic. That's cool.
That is cool, yeah.
That is cool. Okay. Charlotte and Florida Atlantic. 2 teams that will be leaving the Sun Belt Conference, right?
Yeah.
And heading to the American Conference to replace the likes of the teams that I told you just moving to the Big 12 early in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be something fun to watch. That will be 7:00 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. Oh, by the way, that Wyoming Illinois game, that's 4 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Forgot to mention that. I do apologize. All right, Bearman.
Illinois and Wyoming.
All right, Bearman. If the press is ready for this, we're going to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you announce the game.
The University of North Texas versus the University of Texas and El Paso. North Texas, my alma mater. Look at that. And they play UTEP. Those teams are very familiar with each other. So at least there's one game I'm actually going to be paying attention to this week.
How far these schools are apart?
Well, North Texas, the University of North Texas is up in North Texas, up in Denton. El Paso is way up to the west under New Mexico. So it's quite a long way, probably about 6, 7, maybe 8 hours.
Ooh. Everything's bigger in Texas, ain't it?
Yep.
All right, and that game is at 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Prime time type of game. Shout out. Good luck to your North Texas team.
The Mean Green.
Because if I remember correctly, I think Utah was part of my Group of 5 top 5 when I was doing that last season.
Yeah, well, it's my alma mater.
The battle for Texas begins Saturday. Then we leave Texas and we take the tour artery across to the West Coast. And we're going to hit New Mexico, Bearman. Nevada is at New Mexico State.
New Mexico State, that's actually not far from El Paso.
Nope. So we have some Mountain West clashing going on here. Out the gate with Nevada Wolfpack and the Aggies of New Mexico State. Problem is, they didn't give me a time or a channel. How do we not know?
I think I know why they didn't. They didn't even bother.
How we do not know what time this game is going to be or what channel it's going to be on. At least with the Texas game, we got a time. We just don't got a channel, but we know a time. It's 9 o'clock.
What time? Tell me what time.
What time? Say that again for me.
What time? Tell me what time.
Exactly. Huh? No time whatsoever. No time whatsoever. That's ridiculous. Now, but that game will take place and there should be something to watch. And then the nightcap, Bearman. The final game of week 0 to get everybody appetized. Give them a week to prepare for the full course meal. You ever been to Wyoming?
Nope.
You ever been to New Mexico State?
I've been to New Mexico, but I've not been in that part of the state.
Okay.
You know,
How about Hawaii?
I've been to Hawaii.
You been to Hawaii?
Yeah.
You know Hawaii?
Hawaii, yeah.
That's where we're going to end the campus tour.
Beautiful state.
That's where we end this campus tour for this week. In Hawaii. You know why? Because there's a team from the SEC that is playing in Hawaii.
That would be Vanderbilt.
And you know what? This is where I take the shades off. Look at here, Vanderbilt Commodores. Okay.
Yeah, they can go to Hawaii, but I don't.
You are representing the Southeastern Conference here, okay? Everybody knows for the longest time y'all been a dumpster fire of the goddamn conference. Okay? You're going to Hawaii. You cannot go to Hawaii and get beat by the goddamn Hawaii Warriors. If you do, you will be crucified to the full extent of the SEC.
You just might have jinxed them, Darnell.
You cannot lose to Hawaii. Do you hear me, Vanderbilt? That game, 10:30. CBS Sports Network after the Charlotte, Florida Atlantic game. You're laughing, Bearman. I'm dead serious. They represent the best conference in football. You cannot represent the best conference in football, take the trip to Hawaii and get beat. That is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. I know.
We will not tolerate mediocrity in the Southeastern Conference.
So you're delivering the verdict now.
You damn right I am. And Ricky's laughing his ass off.
That's only because Bernard wants me to do the radio show in Indian.
Oh, I don't think you can do it a whole 2 hours in Indian.
Oh, hell no.
Exactly. That is our campus tour for week 0.
Ricky, if you and I do it, we switch accents simultaneously.
So, all right. That's our campus tour. All right. As we get ready to close out today's show, Bearman, final words as we get ready for the college football season.
Well, you can find all my shows on my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is The Bear of Texas. You can also check out my gaming content. If you want to check out my other shows, it's Into the NFC, Cowboys Talk, Rage Quit, as well as Raking Around the Diamond for all you baseball fans. They are all part of the Bear of Texas podcast production firm. They're all available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube, of course. Got some amazing and unique and exciting content. I think you all should check it out. You can find me on Twitter at Bearman of Texas, as well as Instagram, The Bear of Texas. No, it's different, but that's how it's got to be. I'm all over the place, y'all.
And along with that, the Bear of Texas podcast is part of the Playmakers Bar Sports Network that also includes Ramley Talk coming to you this October, Shooting Lights Out.
We are the National Wrestling Alliance of podcasting. All podcasters working together. We're the old school wrestling NWA.
So if you got all the same platforms that he said, damn near every platform, subscribe to the YouTube channels, including the Playmakers Bar and Arch Rivals. You can also follow and like on the Facebook page, Twitter, and all that other good stuff. So that's the Bearman of Texas right there, Alex. I am the Playmaker, Darnell Sallins. As we bid you adieu for this week of Bearing Down the Gridiron. We'll catch you next week when the real main course of football begins.
You've just experienced Bearing Down the Gridiron, featuring your hosts, Alex the Bearman Kazzaz and Darnell the Playmaker Sallins. Executive production is done by Ricky, the master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Click that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when a new Bearing Down the Gridiron episode is live on the air. Check out our sponsor links down below for everyday deals on Fanatics, NFLshop.com, and Points.com. Need merch? Check out www.paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at amazing prices. Tune in again next time for Bearing Down the Gridiron.